Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Precious and this is Wimbos Integrated Farms. On today's video, I'll be talking about why I chose layers farming over broiler farming. And if you know you're interested in poultry business, if you know you're interested in anything concerning poultry, make sure you stick around to the end of this video to understand the reasons why I chose layers farming over broilers farming. Hey guys, welcome back. So the first reason why I chose layer farming over broiler farming is because layers, which is eggs, have a much more consistent and steady market demand. Yes, you all would agree with me that eggs are relatively much more easier to sell and also sell faster than chicken. Yes, you all would agree with me that chickens are not as easy to sell as eggs are. You can just walk up to a supermarket, to an eatery, to a restaurant, and tell them, "Oh, I have some eggs to sell," and they would most likely ask you, "How many do you have?" But for meat, you have to make you have to do much more marketing. You have to do much more sales. You have to do much more advertising when it comes to selling of chicken. So this is one of the reasons why I chose layer farming, or should I say, as a beginner poultry farmer, this is one of the reasons why I chose to start with layer farming, because in the future I maybe might go into broiler production, but for now I'm sticking with layers, which is egg production. So guys, another reason why I chose layer farming over broiler farming is because layer farming gives constant cash flow. Yes, for broiler farmers, once you are done raising your birds for a period of 6 weeks, you sell out and you start all over again. But when it comes to layers, it's totally different. It's a different thing entirely. Once your birds start to lay, they keep on laying for you for a period of 18 months, which is around a year and a half. Yes, that's around a year and a half. So you would agree with me that for that year and a half, your layers will lay egg for every 26 hours. For that a year and a half, every 26 hours a layer lays an egg. All things being equal, don't get me wrong, they might not lay some days, but all things being equal and well, your layers are supposed to lay for you every 26 hours. Yes, so in 1 year, a layer can give you up to 300 eggs, which is 10 crates of eggs. Yes, that is constant cash flow. You understand? So this is another reason why I personally decided to choose layers farming over broilers farming, because for broilers, once they are done after 6 weeks, you sell them, you have to start all over again to start raising them from the beginning. After 6 weeks, you sell out, you start again, and that is so stressful to me. That is stressful. I prefer cash flow every day. I begin to sell eggs. So once my layers begin to lay and I begin to sell their eggs, I sell eggs every single day. That is constant cash flow, and that is what personally I want. I don't want something that brings in money once, that brings in just cash flow once and I'm done. So another reason why I chose layer production over broiler production is because of easy storage of final products. Yes, easy storage of final products. Egg is way much easier to store than meat. You would agree with me that if you don't have refrigerators, if you don't have deep freezers, if you don't have people that are ready to buy your meat immediately, you would find it difficult to store your broilers. And if you don't kill them and they are still alive, they have to keep on eating. Yes, and the more they eat, the more you spend on food. Even though they are already ready for the market, they have to keep on eating if you don't have people that are ready to buy them immediately. That will now force you to sell them at a much more lower price than you are supposed to initially sell them But for eggs, eggs can last at room temperature for over a month. Yes, they can last for up to a month. Sorry, up to a month. That is 30 days. So you would agree with me that at least if you don't sell out in the first week, you can sell them in the second week. So you would agree with me now that eggs are way much easier to store than meat. So another reason why I chose layer production over broilers production is because layer production gives a much more wider understanding, or should I say, a much more wider view of poultry farming as a whole. Yes, it gives a much more wider understanding. Those who have done layers farming and have never done broilers farming can easily handle broilers without much complications. Yes, compared to those who have never done layers and have only done broilers, they would need someone to guide them because they are, should I say, much more harder to handle compared to broilers. Yes, layers are much more harder and much more complex to handle compared to broilers. So I would say this is one of the reasons why, this is one of the important reasons why I chose layer farming over broiler farming. This is one of the major reasons because in the future I also plan to go into broiler production. So I decided to start with layers so I can be able to handle broilers easily when I eventually decide to go into it. Yes, so guys, another reason why I decided to go into layers farming instead of broilers farming is because of its financial risk management. Before I explain this, make sure you like this video, make sure you subscribe to this channel, and lastly, make sure you turn on my post notification because that is the only way you can get notified if I drop a video. And if you know you like my content, if you know you enjoy what I talk about, which is poultry farming, make sure you turn on my post notification. That is the only way you can get updated whenever I drop a video, and I know you always want to be updated, so make sure you turn on my post notification. Very, very, very important. You understand? Remember to subscribe, remember to like this video. Thank you very much. Yes, so the last reason why I decided to go into layer farming instead of broiler farming is because of its financial risk management. Yes, imagine if the week you want to sell your meat, the price of meat goes down. You don't have a choice. You have to sell. You still have to sell because there's no way to store your meat except you have refrigerators and steady power supply and the likes. But if you don't have those, you have to sell your meat. But for egg production, you can store your meat even without any storage facility. Just keep it at room temperature and you are good to go. You are good to go like that. So that is one of the major reasons, and that is the last reason why I decided to go for layer production, which is egg production, over broiler production, which is meat production. So like I said earlier, remember to like this video, subscribe to this channel, comments, drop your comments if you want me to make any video, if you want me to talk about anything on my next video. Drop it on the comment section and I will check it and I will respond to you and I will make a video on it. Thank you very much for watching up to this point. Catch you on my next video.